Yeah.
It's
Richard,
difficult.
before,
Yeah.
as I said, the video is kind of long. So before you go, I have a some quick fire questions. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
have to answer them. You have to answer them honestly.
Yes.
Jamaica or Rwanda? Which one you love more?
Jamaica.
Okay. Next question. You have to remember, you know, you have to answer honestly. Are you Serpy?
Hell no.
It sound like Sir P even
It
without the
sound like
auto tune,
Serpy.
you know.
No.
Even without the
Me tell you
auto
that from
tune,
up
you know,
front,
and the
man.
voice cover, you know.
No, man. I'm a Serpy this, man. Trust me. Okay, let me
Next
help
question.
you. Let me help you. You see, every
Okay, go
voice
on.
have fingerprint. When you listen to a Serpy pronounce and how he move him argument under pressure, you realize we do it differently. I cannot emulate something and try to be. I can't be two different person. So definitely we have a different way in flow, and we have a different method because we have a different style in our argument.
It can be changed mechanically, man, but go on, we'll give you a pass.
No, but still, no, man. I'm not Serpy this, man. No.
Thingy, Okavanga, Rasdada, Yaga, Truck Fenda, the Living Fire represent to the fullest. See? Perfect balance. Don't know so. Trad class. Living Fire represent. Keep the fire burning out. What the man will I keep it like right. This is it.
But is it only leadership? When you
Not
have
only, but that's where we
right.
have to start from.
Right. But then you have outside influence as well, right? You have this foreign influence, and we have seen that in the Congo especially, where we have these foreign players who really are the ones benefiting from all that the Congo has. And the instability in the Congo has prevented that so-called development too. When you're
As well.
constantly in conflict, it's hard
You
for
can't
you to
build.
develop along those lines too, right?
You
So,
can't build anything with conflict.
There's no support. There's no support.
right. The political
There's no support.
instability. There's a lot of issues. But then, how do you address this if the foreign players are always in the game, right?
The black
Especially
print,
within the Congo.
the black
Go
print
Yaga.
is there, Bingy. We've seen what is taking place in the Sahel region, where they've basically asked for some foreign government to exit the country, remove their military base. They start trading with other partners. They start improving their infrastructure and their security. So the black print is there for them to see what can work. And when that is happening, you have the people behind you. And if you have the power of the people behind you, that gives you legitimacy, because only the people can legitimize you, in the words of Michael Manley. No, there was a point that my brother made and Richard made, and I want to just say that there are several international organizations and agencies that confirmed Rwanda complicity in the Congo conflict. Their alleged support for the M23. Some of those organizations are the United Nations, Human Rights Watch, the United States government, France, and the European Union. You know, with information coming from these, we take them with a pinch of salt, but we cannot ignore those claims and those statements, because these are some of the major players within the conflict and within that region. So we need to make that clear so that our viewers know that these claims are being made and they're out there. So everyone can see that for themselves and go and look at that information.
And these
This,
claims are also made by the
African countries.
Congolese people as well.
Yeah.
which Rwanda has denied, This is not the focus of the reasoning, but we might want to put that out there, because these are burning issues that viewers may have, and these are questions that might came out of the viral video that we spoke about earlier on. Is there any backlash? Is there any backlash that you've received from that viral video that you've done?
Just some people say, I'm trying to make Jamaica look bad, but we don't really get backlash from it. It's like, people don't want you to show their dirty laundry out there in the open, but it is what it is.
I don't know. It seems like something going on with your audio, Richard.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
you
fan
hear me now?
blowing.
You hearing me now?
It's
Yes.
much better now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good.
So if
Yeah.
you could
So
just
what
repeat
I'm
what you just said.
yeah, what I'm saying is that some people might just say that, okay, well, I'm making Jamaica look bad. They don't want me to, put our dirty laundry out there in the public. But as I said, it is what it is. One of the reasons why I say I'm a little bit frustrated because I since 1980 this foolishness going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, 50 odd years now. I mean, 40 odd years now, man. Seriously, man. Come on. I mean,
The
we're
dirty
intelligent
laundry
people.
is out there, you know. The people need
You
to
know.
know that the dirty laundry is out there. Everybody
Yeah.
knows about the dirty laundry. It's just the people to stand together and demand change.
Well, that's the key because the dirty laundry is out there because every evening CVM and TVJ I show the dirty laundry. But when me
Yeah.
do it on a blog now, them cost me.
Richard, I see you
Uh,
you travel to a lot of countries.
yes,
And this video is based on Rwanda. How do you compare Rwanda to other countries?
Rwanda, based on the standards that you have in I would say in Canada or and the European countries. Same standards you have. The beauty about it is that I'm around people who look like me. It's one of the most relaxing and serene feeling and accepting feeling you can ever have. Because as I said in one of my videos, tell me which country that's governed by black people you can go where you can let your guard down and just say, yo, I can just be me around my own folks. Almost every black country, black people are is destabilized with crime, drugs, some kind of madness going
Tanzania.
on.
Tanzania.
Well,
Tanzania.
Tanzania there, but Tanzania have the because my body's done by Tanzania. I'm gonna go down there very soon. They have the one issue when it comes to I'm talking about decorum, cleanliness, and order. And Tanzania corruption is high. Tanzania like go off for the whole day. No, I mean Rwanda like no go off, internet no go off, water really no go off.
Okay. Have you ever been to
Look,
any more African countries?
I haven't gone to anyone yet.
So
Okay, so you
I
okay.
would say when we look at Tanzania though, and I've been to Tanzania, Tanzania is what you're describing in Rwanda.
Yeah.
Very relaxed.
Which is good. Which is good, but based on
Yeah,
this is my
and the
close buddy.
GDP is very good too. One of the fastest developing African countries as well, with a 6%
But
increase in GDP.
yeah, but my buddy who just moved down there said, boy, the light go off. He say, yeah, I mean, it's not like they'll hold up and rob it, but one of his buddy get stabbed just for his phone. Corruption is a little bit high, so it depends on where. You
Where
can't just
you are.
really you can't just
That,
really
that's
And
let
these
down
are
your
everywhere.
guard.
things you're gonna experience anywhere. These are
That's
things that
everywhere.
you
No,
can
but in
experience anywhere
Rwanda
as
case
well.
though, no, in Rwanda case, I can literally almost let down the whole of my guard and move around and have to worry myself. But trust me, the
Yeah.
petty
Yeah, but
stealing
it can
is
still
there.
happen to you in
But
Rwanda
I
too.
had the same experience in Tanzania. I went
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah,
without problems.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have no
yeah,
problems.
yeah.
You went to the so-called underdeveloped or the ghetto, and you have no
hmm
problems.
hmm
Accepted the same way.
Yeah,
So
So both of
yeah.
them
it's
is
your
good experience.
experience, to the end of the day, is your experience that you're
Yeah, yeah,
having.
yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
could
That is
only
true.
speak
And
That is
from
true.
yours,
and
right?
I want to
That is
say
true.
as well that
Yeah,
there's no zero crime either. Crime exists everywhere. So
everywhere.
even
Yeah.
though
But
Rwanda
what
creates
levels of
this
crime? What levels of crime?
this
Yeah,
environment,
yeah,
Right.
it's a level.
these things still happen there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And-
It's a level because some
It's the
level
level of it,
you
right?
can accept certain level because
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Jamaica everybody has crime now, but Jamaica does have too much crime. You know what I mean? It's
What,
the
what
level
Jamaica,
on a
Jamaica
second.
crime? Jamaica crime is too coercive. It will go with loss of life.
We're talking
yeah,
about
man, I'm on
violent
with
crime.
dirty. I'm on with dirty for nothing at all.
For
All right.
nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
All
Yeah.
right.
So what we want to really dissect in this reasoning still is with Rwanda, are they really complicit in what's going on in the Congo? Or are they just victims of the international media?
Let me say this too again. I cannot speak because I don't have the facts. I have to relate what the information I got now. I remember a CNN reporter asked President Kagame, "Do you have troops in the Congo?" And he said, "I don't know." You could say that's an indictment. Now, here's the other side of the argument now. If you and Congo sign a deal, or if President Trump says, stop the fighting, and it stops, and then both of you sign a deal and we don't hear no more clashes, then you can take
That
it
means you
whatever
had
way you
troops
want to
there.
take it.
That means you had troops there.
Well, you can take it where you want to take it. I'm just looking
Yeah.
at the back end when it comes to the
He's
evidence,
like he,
what the
he's not
results
confirming
are.
or denying.
Good, because if I'm not part of it, how come they stop? And you understand me? Now,
Right.
one of the things is that I want to clarify this before I go. And I said it before. Every oppressed group internalize the oppression and attack each other. Every oppressed group internalize the oppression and attack each other.
Yeah.
No matter how many guns the boys them have in Jamaica, they'll never go uptown and go up the big pay and really deal with the man and really control the society. But they will take it and terrorize their own social class because their mind is oppressed, so they attack their own social class. Now,
and
when the base
violence is pretty much proximal as well. So you're
good.
going
So
to
when you look
experience
at you're
violence
right,
towards
proximine.
you
I
closer
like
than
that
you
term,
do, you know?
proximine. When you look at the Congo and the Rwanda situation now, you have to look at the big colonial players outside there. You see, France take about $500 billion out of Africa every year. That's just their reserve currency. France is the biggest criminal in Africa. That's why I don't even want to visit France. I'm not spend my money with it. Germany
All right.
sucking out there, the British sucking out, the Americans sucking, everybody sucking out. Those players, let's agree that Kigame is taking some minerals out. What those players are taking is peanuts compared to what Kigame probably may be taking out. But you
No,
see,
what Kigame is taking out
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah. Say it
peanuts.
right.
yeah,
Say it right.
but the
Yeah,
What
point is
Mr.
that
Kigame is
Gallagher.
taking out is peanuts
but what I'm
compared to
saying,
that.
the way our mind has been colonized to always look at the small actor in the big game.
Mm-hmm.
You find that although Belgium, King Leopold check out how many millions people, France, all of them really been doing it now. The same colonized man, the same black man would rather crucify Kigami without getting all the facts compared to really going against the big thieves who have been doing it for centuries. And this brings me back to what Plato's called the mindset of a thief. It was Socrates. He said the poor man go and steal in a boat. They call him a thief. The rich go and steal in ships. They call them emperors. You see?
Good one.
So we have to be careful how our mind has been shaped by the medium to always go. Why do I say that? I'm not agreeing with Kigami. I am supporting a reality or something I've never seen before. The fact that a man can bring a country from a genocide on little bit of money, because when they just took over power, I talked to some of the ministers, is beers and beans they used to give them. They have no money, the whole place is completely broke. And to build a country like that, I know that we can manage our affairs. To do that, I'm like, this is a shining example. So because it's such a beacon of hope, you have to be careful now of the old colonial guards and come try to tear it down now to say, tell you what, no. Oh, well, this is what they do because they don't want to see any of us rise. So we have to be careful of how we look at this from a broad perspective, because them suckers are always at play to destabilize you.
So if we are aware of this, right, and we also are aware of the methods that they use, right? Like, for example, I'll use a scenario. You go into a store, right, and you're disgruntled by something that happens in the store or something that is going on in the store, right? Your disgruntlement is going to be expressed to the person who works in the store. Whereas they're only working there. They're not the ones who are doing it. The disgruntlement really should be directed to the owners of the store, right? But they're disconnected from you, the customer, by placing the workers in the store. So what these colonial powers have done, they have placed, and a common term we always use is puppets, to act as the face, all right, of these things. So therefore, the disgruntlement is going to be directed at these persons
On the
as
front line.
opposed to the ones who are behind. Because remember that you have overt and covert activities.
Absolutely.
So these superpowers are doing a lot of the stuff covertly, right? Whereas the ones who are there are the ones who are overtly acting, and they're the ones everybody is seeing. So that disgruntlement is going to be directed to them. But what our issue is when you allow yourselves to be manipulated by these people who for so long have been exploiting us, who for so long have been taking advantage of us and our condition, right? And you allow yourself to be manipulated into a situation now where you are now in a conflict with another country, which you're coming from where these people are. Because remember that the Congo went through a conflict too. Understand? So you're coming from where these people are. So instead of you trying to say, okay, you know what? And not only that, these people, when you were going through your conflict, offered shelter to a lot of the people who were displaced as a result of your conflict. So for you now to be the face of that is the growth. That's the growth. For you to be having this similar experience and to be the face of that, that's the growth.
So you're calling this the Israeli factor?
Right.
Well, they were calling Rwanda the Israel of Africa, you know. That's what they're calling Rwanda now.
Right.
Yeah.
But even to go back in Rwanda's development, and you talk about the Hutsis and the Tutsis, and then how Rwanda developed after that, right?
Yeah.
Rwanda has been a beneficiary of the European Union, Germany, China. They've been there for that develop for their
Yes.
development,
They had
infrastructural
support.
development. They had so much support in their development that we see today, right? We say, hey, they develop, but they've had a lot of outside influencers play a major role in that country's development. So we also know based on that, that doesn't come free. We know that too, right?
And coupled with that, Bingy, the Congo has had a lot of people who are
Taken.
not just taking, but supporting their destabilization as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you have all these foreign interveners who've been supporting Rwanda and her development as well. So that's why, when we make that comparison between Rwanda's development versus the Congo, it's really difficult to make that comparison, when we see there's a imbalance in
So
far as
you're
how
saying
resources are
It's almost
distributed.
like a Haiti's experience.
so you're saying that
One
And
Richard?
listen, to the argument that anybody could go to Rwanda and live good and have a better life than some other countries, that might be very well be so. That could be so. But when we look at it on a bigger picture, we know there's a lot of issues that we feel
so you're saying
passionate
that
about.
everybody has to make the deal with the devil.
No,
I
we're
think
not
in
saying
those
that.
areas they making deals with the devil all the time.
Well, it's
All the
like when it
time.
comes to Ibrahim Traore, and a lot of people don't know that he reached out to the Americans first to get arms, and they didn't sell him. That's why I went to Russia.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that when Castro won his revolution, he went to the Americans first to get help,
First.
and they said no. We see now the U.S. sent a delegation down there a few weeks ago to kind of have a discussion with him because the U.S. is losing influence down there. So every country, every leader has to make a deal with Uncle Sam. Because Uncle Sam will make you and Uncle Sam will break you. So it's like, let's say you have to, what they call it, take the red pill or the blue pill.
We see some country putting up a
Stuck in the
resistance
matrix.
towards that now in the south, where they are
Right.
moving towards a multipolar world, where they are trying to trade among themselves in their local currency and strengthen infrastructural development and borrowing facilities like the World Bank and the IMF. So we've seen the statement coming out of BRICS recently where they are standing firm, they are holding their ground, and they are pushing forward with their alliance, which is not a threat to anyone.
But what's taking place in the BRICS countries so far? Do you realize, there's issues now with them, coincidental issues. Russia's in a quagmire.
Right.
The Russia situation is almost the same situation Israel was facing with Iran. Russia took preemptive. Russia hit with about 28,000 sanctions. Israel took preemptive. Did Israel get any sanctions?
No.
you're
Right.
part of the allies. You're part of the good
Good.
boys club. They
Good.
don't get that.
So you see,
Let me know the
there's a
link.
double
Let me know the
standard.
link. Let me know the link.
We see Brazil just get hit with a 50% tariff.
And they say they
We see
don't care.
we see South
You,
Africa
do you know Brazil is
economy.
one of the countries, before you go on, that you can't even spend an American dollar? They don't even accept American money when you go to Brazil. They don't
Yeah.
care.
But what I'm saying, while the empire is facing pressure now, I mean, before I got on you guys, I mean, I was doing an edit. I was editing a video about the crypto and the Bitcoin, the new currency that's coming up. What happens, because the empire is under strain, because financially it's losing a lot of power. And I don't think, like Rome was sacked by the barbarians when Rome couldn't finance itself and Rome couldn't get enough slaves. So Rome literally imploded. And we know this is the modern Rome. So even the Bible talk about the first beast. No, this is the second one. And if you look at the Senate and president who are Caesars, and it's the same old thing you got from old Rome. It's the same thing here in modern Rome. Now, this modern Rome is under pressure because printing money, the money has no value. So this modern Rome, to save itself now, is after shifting over to crypto and Bitcoin and stable coins and all of those things now. So for it to save itself now, its adversary, which are the BRICS, is seen as a threat. And when a lion is cornered, it gets more dangerous. It gets more dangerous when it's cornered. So I'm sitting on the side and figure what's going on right now, because I mean, whether like it or not, the Anglo-Saxon or the modern empire not gonna just lay down and make another country come and run them over like that. It's not gonna go down without a fight.
But there's always rise and fall of empires. Rise and
That
falls
is
of
true.
empires. That we
That
know.
is true.
The
That is true.
That we know.
No matter how they
That's all right.
fight.
So
No
based,
matter how they fight.
based on the reasoning, back to the whole Congo Rwanda argument. You know what I mean? We have a lot of players and we have a lot of the blame goes around. Congo have to take some of the blame with their bad governance and their corruption. You have the outside players who see the weakness and they come in to take what they have, and we see Rwanda have to take some of the blame because they are working with, you know what I mean, but the evidence they are working with the outside players to benefit themselves and the outside players. You know what I mean? But we move. Richard, we, is a life coach, and without like they had to give some advice to the African countries. What do you think African countries need to do to be, more developed countries, and improve Africa and the world scene, Africa and the Caribbean, Afrobean, to make them rise up to be amongst the better countries in the world, financially and with everything. What's your advice?
If you want to build any society, you have to change the mindset. This is how it works right here. The mindset. In a building a society, you have to educate, re-socialize, and discipline the people. You see, the Berlin Conference in 1895 did a damage to Africa where it divided up and turned them into 54 countries. And then the religion in there, you have just intensified it even worse. So the idea that we can get it in a more holistic and homogenized and working together unity is a far-fetched reality, because every time they come together, the powers always find one to influence to kind of break. I believe for Caribbean and African people, if you look, it's 2025, you can get a flight from Jamaica to go Africa. Can you get a flight from Trinidad to go Africa?
Yeah. Straight to Nigeria.
Right now.
You can leave from Trinidad and go right now. You can go to Nigeria straight from Trinidad.
Oh, it's in play now.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Okay, good. Because I'm just saying, with the largest diaspora, and then we can't even get a flight from the Caribbean, because if you're flying from Jamaica, you have to go to either US or Canada, then you go to Africa, which is complete waste.
Trinidad.
Or you go right across the Atlantic from Trinidad, and you're there maybe in 5-6 hours. Complete foolishness.
Yeah.
So you realize economically and geographically they cut us off, but the worst cut off us of all is the education. They got us here, and you have to reform the whole mindset.
miseducation.
Let me tell you, brother, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
You have school in Africa, don't even teach African history. Everything is from when Europeans came. So the problem is it's really bad. And it's if you want to build in a society, it always starts from the younger generation, the children. And when you look at the education structure of black people, you don't see the change coming up for the younger ones. So it breaks my heart. It hurts to say, how will we compete down the road when my grandchildren or my children are not being educated or reform the situation that can make them think in a different way? My kids, they learn from me. My daughter's smart as hell because she learned and she know who she is because she saw her daddy read and she just love reading.
Mm-hmm.
But from a broader perspective is to fix here. But how do you fix here when the youths are so saturated with entertainment and sports and music and who are asleep with who and KFC and brother, it's tough. It's tough. It's hard.
There's a lot of
That's why for
distractions.
me, the best I can do is make the little videos because the attention span is so small. I'm trying to make the little videos to kind of reach a few. That's all I'm trying to do.
Right now, this video too long for them.
No, man, they can't touch it, man.
Yeah.
You have to break those up maybe about 6-7 times for them to get this.
I have some quick fire questions. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
have to answer them. You have to answer them honestly.
Yes.
Jamaica or Rwanda? Which one you love more?
Jamaica.
Okay. Next question. You have to remember, you have to answer honestly. Are you Serpy?
Hell no.
It sounds like Serpy even without the
sound like
auto-tune, you know.
No.
Even without the
Me tell you that from up
auto-tuning
front,
on the
man.
voice cover, you know.
No, man. I don't surply this, man. Trust me. Okay, let me help you. Let me help you. You see, every
Okay,
voice has fingerprint. When you listen to a Serpy pronounce and how he move him argument under pressure, you realize we do it differently. I cannot emulate something and try to be, I can't be two different persons. So definitely we have a different way and flow, and we have a different method because we have a different style in our argument.
It can be changed mechanically, man, but go on, we'll give you a pass.
No, but still. No, man, I'm not Serpy this, man. No.
Last question. What's the relation with Andrew Holness? Are you relatives?
It's subject to DNA analysis.
We must do a DNA test. Because,
Remember, Jamaica have
I'm,
the highest jacket rate, you know. So you
that's
don't
the thing.
know.
I'm 1 year older than him. Me at 71, him at 72.
You what?
I'm 71, he's 72. I know my father was there at Kingston, and my father was a bad man because me just realized me have a brother at when we reach age 45, and my father never tell me. So I don't know. But the thing about me and Andrew Holmes, I think both of us smart and we will be act the same way. So I don't know. And we need maybe organize a DNA test. We need to do that.
Yeah, man, it's subject to DNA analysis.
And with the jacket rate, with Jamaica
So
being the jacket capital,
somewhere.
you know what I mean, it's very possible.
Right.
Yeah,
man.
Man, just a bit of humor to lighten the mood, but we do wanna give thanks for the eye passing through and holding a reasoning with us.
Respect,
and
man.
now
Respect,
you are
respect,
officially
man.
inducted in the Perfect Balance Chad class family. So you know
Nah,
that from time to time we'll be calling
Go
upon
again,
you
go
to
again,
come
you took it a while ago.
Yeah, I'm saying just a bit of humor to lighten the reasoning, and we just want to thank you for coming through, because now you're
Yeah, man.
inducted officially
Yeah, man.
in the Perfect Balance Shard Class family. So you know that from time to time we'll be calling on you to hear your views on certain topics, because we approach things from a Pan-African view, and you know it would seem that you are also of that mindset as well. So we give thanks for that. We just also want to recap as well to say, you know, that it's good to see that we've gotten to a point where we have a ceasefire in this conflict. But what we really want to see is we want to see the real issues underlying being addressed, which is the manipulation and
Exploitation.
maneuvering of the African people, the robbing and exploitation of the resources, and poor leadership as African countries. And this is what we want to see change. And as you said, it has to start from the mindset, because that is where everything starts from. So this has been another episode of the Perfect Balance Strat Class. You know, thanks for joining us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And also, Richard, before we go, do you want to just say your socials so people who are watching can if they're not familiar with the hype, they can also get over
Well,
there
I
to
mean,
get in touch
as
with you
usual,
as well?
you have Jamcan on IG, Jamcan22 on IG, Jamcan on TikTok, and also Jamcan on YouTube.
Okay.
Jam
Yeah,
All
can,
right.
yeah.
So
man.
there you have it.
Jamaican Canadian.
Yes, sir. Give thanks. Aile?
And then again, you said me never love Jamaica. But some of the time, not if some of the time I said to myself, why am I make Jamaican video? I'm not for do Jamaica, but because from I love it,
Yeah, man.
and I want to get better, want to get better. That's why every now and then they send me fire two video down there, you know. But I don't really want to be the negative person for Jamaica, man.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I give thanks for life.
Respect, man, every time.
I said the perfect balance, trad class. I don't know, say a Chuck Fenda the living for this represents. Good over evil, me tell them see a life over death. I swear, said I will never switch. Keep the fire burning out. Holy Manuel I Selassie, Jah, blazing fire.